Alright. Wasn't the something I wanted to do, but it was needed. From the title, you notice that this is another video callout, but it was more particular because of a recent drama happened around DeviantArt Discord. So right after, I and a friend got called out for something we thought is a hover. But I decided to cause more drama. So I took some moments to thinking to making this callout explaining the truth, and that way full story with proof proving mine and my friend innocence, because they got exposed for their behavior started the last year and got worse this year. They accused Manus to being the cause of the drama, but I wanted to be clear because all this started to get too rotten before to meet Manus on Discord by March 26, 2020. A few people who said to be my server before this already know about, and the whole staff of my server noticed before Manus joined my server for the first time. No lie. But now it will start to talking about this callout showing some dummy logic I read there. And if you want to see the original callout, you can find the archive link in the description to prevent any sabotage of the proof for them. Okay, now we read the so-called callout. So I have no idea what to call this situation, but I'm going to call it the goodbye of friends incident. Because this untitled group broke apart is just depressing at this point. So you're probably sure what I'm talking about. Check this. This? Storm Journal, I see. And if you're wondering, this is random person talking about that post. I mistress all the username, but I don't know. I used DeviantArt again, I think an account abandoned years ago. I was like 11 or something, I don't know. I'm actually friend with a RP artist. I know she has her faults. I just sat with her too. She makes mistakes, that mistake makes me upset. But she knows how to improve. The rest of the group are affected every by Big Claudia. Wow, that's me, really? Oh yeah, a rep artist is Bonnie. You know her for DeviantArt. The introduction is quite calm, but the rest is quite crazy. Just to be clear, I'm not being some sort of white knight. Oh, really? I just hope you don't think that is the victim story or this world people are the villains. They're just people looking for a way out of the turn they grew. They deserve to be heard just as much as Claudia and her friends. So don't attack any of those people, okay? They've been thrown out. Whoa, what did I hear? You said you don't think I'm not the victim? Whoa, Claudia has her side back in the hub. It's my turn. This is my way to make it so people see half the story, not just half. I was taking the full story now. You said the full story. We're at the beginning. It's where I started the shit. You're talking just about Manus' drama. Phase 1. Manus. So the famous start of this infertility is Max and Kimi. It started with Kimi posting an artwork in which she got positive critical criticism from Max. Now Kimi's fault for being too sensitive to the criticism, lashing out at Max for letting her talk. However, hold a second. Manus didn't give her unwanted criticism. She approved that, so don't blame Manus. Oh, time to read the conversation between Kimi and the other guy. Okay, so this caused me to have a panic attack, because since I'm very sensitive to safe situation due to my autism. Autism? What the fuck you use autism as excuses? No, guys, I'm serious. In the archive there is a message when Kimi said she have a Asperger. Myself weak Asperger person. This actually pisses me off. No, seriously, don't use mental disability as big excuses, because you're pathetic. I tried to warn Claudia about what's happened. She was basically blaming me for making her stressed. I should went to Becca to warn about the situation. Girl, fist off. Your yet stressed me off. Not just you or your Chris drama. And in that moment I was neutral, because I didn't want to get dark into your drama. She does decide too much, but she's autistic. I've seen many people who have autism, and none of them are stupid like Kimi. I've seen many people in task like excuses. I don't tolerate that. In the dark box, I read like everything. I bet you didn't, since you acted like an idiot. There were so much folder, I feel we can play through hunting. No, you just taking them and cropping them to bloody menus for anything, cropping the word conversion and context. It shows Mag's personality very well. She doesn't know empathy as much. No, she does. Maybe you don't know what's the realism. You can't hit your face back the screen. They're big of this story. Hold on. First, let me finish with this. After we tell you the whole story. No, don't go after her. What the hell did you make a callout? It's only natural of the internet. You can show the side of yourself, but you can't in real life. She could be sweet in her war, maybe a little softy, but probably you don't know her. So you actually do, unless you so stop the bitching. You can look at everything in the Dropbox if needed to be. But this does prove that she isn't going to let her out. She can be aggressive hell. No, girls, you don't ever grow where I started actually. No, boys, because Kimi said Muerte as messenger. She was ever scared when she had to do the little VS Collier. But having with Kimi's sensitive reaction because of her autism. Again, stop with the autism! She took no shit from her. Kimi got scared of her. Scared. Normal people would be like, I'm sorry, are you scared? But you come after me. I can't accept your apology. Normal people would be like, I'm sorry, say you're scared. But you come after me. I can't accept your apology. But yeah, no. If that happened, we will be here for my love. This is part where Kimi constantly apologizes. Constantly. Stop for a moment. She apologizes so many times after every shit she made. Actually, I stopped to accept them because she kept to repeat the same shit. I'm going to talk about this later in my side of the story. Is having the credit of proof in Dropbox. The apology for them. Kimi accepted that she has one way to be forgiven. Who was it? The Beau was harsh. There are supplies for accusation made about Kimi, but yep, Max is like was homophobic, repeatedly bisexual. She can't act at her age. Again, she kept repeating the pattern. Magnus have no fault. Kimi's does. She kept repeating shit since February. That should be the end of it. Should be first two patterns. This is where the shit storm really does hit. And damn it burgers my mind. Not everyone has the jetting alone, sort of well, not too much, but it's been worse before. Andy quit nice battles, destroying peace by fucking screenshots. Are you supposed to know to say fake? Dude, this is happening in my store server too. They started shit with battles. I don't have any screenshots and I'm sure where are they. But don't seem fake. So you think they're fake? Explain me about the other things happening in the server. Everyone saw that. Everyone! I'm briefing as to why they thought this was smart, but God! All this is not mentioned in the Dropbox. It's not present because for sure you don't even know what's really happening. You can say if I get it. Neither him. I mean personally check if they are fake or real, but they were real for sure. I checked the file data and other things. Those aren't fake. Air piece artists increased the breaking of the screenshot where she found evidence of the dating contact. It flooded in some areas, and most of the letters have things much glitches next to them. Yes, there was only on their thread increases their thread fraud. It was edited by batters. Did you know each system have their own format? Those infather signs I said the color picker to check them. Those aren't fake. And this guy says actually used to making shit in my server. Oh boys, it's not the first time Beau jet attacking me on server because of them. Oh shit. I heard what really kicks my nuts. Glad her friends believed them, even held the my hanger ball. Max and Kimi was so very upset over this and attempted space again. I made a check that they are real or fake. But later we explain another point why should you guys miss it a lot. The one fiasco is in the Dropbox, like it's right there, it's Beau Kimi. Oh guys, you know what really happened? This started because Beau showed me the evidence. Later we explain what really happened. Yeah, they were being angry to Beau because they know it was him who showed me the screenshots. This is the conversation after the accident. It's just everything got better and then boom, batters. They were the worst of her the experience, though it was upper for the interpretation. What? side is what's him the faulty. Phase 3, the mess. Oh, here we are, the big donkey, so we only took a fat shit of them. So, now everyone in the world. Kimi is still apologizing frankly. After the mess she caused multiple times. Why not? Hoping everything is fixed, but they have zero mercy at this point. Dude, calm down. You should look at everything first. Oh wait, it didn't post in the story yet. I'm so insistent now. Look, come on. Is there a Discord server with a lot of people? Mercy is nowhere. At this point, after learning, the four of them left the server, hoping that millions of apologies could be easier, a bitter task. But then, no. This looks like bullying, honestly. What you're saying for is bullying the internet. Forcing someone into a group when they don't want to be there. Ridiculing them again and again, while calling them a bitch a coward. Hold on, you don't even know what was that group. It was the intervention, where the staff talked with the girls, because they caused another shit in my server. Yeah, was another intervention, because they started shit and Bonnie didn't want to face it. This is not bullying. The staff recalled them because of the behavior. Bonnie acted like that multiple times. They didn't improve. Claudia remained silent. She watched their team assemble go after 204. Did you know I existed the neutrality? I was neutral. Or maybe I was sleeping. I don't even know which the time zone it was. Because simply I'm not awake all time. I take no doing their job. This is what Manus said about Kimi's heart. Look, you can hate the artist, but not the heart. That's rude. People were hard on heart, okay? Imagine telling Leonardo da Vinci that his heart was trash because he insulted your some head. Same energy, but back to the point. They began backstabbing the four. It was stated that they blocked the four of them first. And now Max and the crew are calling them cowards for running away. What definition we use? Have women run away from their problems? I will call them out. Look, what can they do to patch the things up even in the horn drop of the proof? There are 14 apologies where they did their hardest to still have the world. Oh yeah, it's the hazy after repeating the pattern many times. But Claudia's friends kept cutting the trails, holding to grunge is the red cordon mob. Learn to facing up your own problems, not running away. This is being a coward. It's been like this for 2 months. Kimi and her friends have been trying to move on for the 2 months. But the group does things like this to stop them from getting better. Dude, we haven't moved on, but you started with your fucking callout. Oh, you haven't forgot about this. I'm a busy person. I'm working on my own commissions until you made that fucking callout. Phase 4. The mess 2. Not as a definite people were already made. They did the mistake much we showed. Though it won't force that idea, but this is Vetor, Plague Werewolf, hopping along with the ride as the first. It was a brainwashed like hoarder, but they feel aware of the crappy things going on. There's a difference between making fun and being serious. The people let themselves make fun of my own heart, just for joking, nothing offensive. I don't take it seriously. This is horrible, obviously. Max acts like a god. Everyone agrees. Again, this was just a joke. It's not serious. Logan Paul type ego. You can be confident about your heart, but asking other people how to make yourself seem calm and secure. No, Claudia does something very trick. Against someone that was on Max's side originally. Kimi already saw Claudia's status mentioning to have been blocked by Vetor. Actually, you proved you were stalking me for months. Who said you moved on? No, you were been stalking me. Seriously, who said you moved on? You said you moved on, but you were been stalking my DeviantArt? You freaking prick! Which everyone that got confused. Here we see the following as to what happened when Wolfie asked that about. Thank you, Doombas, for giving me the screenshot of the convention. Thanks for the evidences. But this is actually political. Alright, it's time for Dante to hear his voice. Or maybe worse. Hi Vetor, it's been a while. Hi, how you been? Been doing good. It was better even since I was banned from Claudia's server. How can you say you got banned? I checked the logs in that day. You didn't get banned. You left in your home. It is the quit button, you know? Oh my god, what's happened? Oh, what's happened? What's happened? What's happened? I vented in the event channel. because he felt bad for breaking one of the rules. Yeah, one of the rules. Don't post discussing stuff in my server. Even your own server has that rule. But then Max cursed me off to the victim and blamed me. You actually played the idiot because you got striked. Claudia did not defend me. I let it happen. Did you hear about the neutrality? I didn't want getting dragged in the personal drama because you got striked. There we hit. I also didn't agree with the two rules, but being not letting your parents help you, hearing your problems on the internet, and being forced to talk with the admin. First off, the rule don't drag your parents on the internet is because it's stupid. Besides that, you are an adult. A grown adult, not a little children on the internet. The other rule about to talking with the admin is made with purpose to don't causing anarchy. In every event is the rule. Don't bitch over it. I listed on my mother and my therapist device. I block and makes Claudia and Flame for my protection. Did you say blocking is for cowards to work? Hypocritical or maybe stupid? I also spread the word on my other friend in case they lie about me. Even since then, I felt guilty for taking their side into thinking you, Kimi, and some others were bad. I was manipulated, but since where? Can we start over? Very a second, my dad didn't help. Okay, I'm back. Oh boy, no you say you have been wearing a shot? Did you say how much they were rations? Wow! You were being the one who were been bitching because of try, not me. Wow! Oh my god, I'm sorry that you had to suffer by them. I know that you're not a bad person. You're a person who wanted to understand stuff like me. I know much what the more damage shit when the way was banned from the server. Even since we've been out of the server, we actually have been doing our stuff and be talking with each other alongside hailing. What about the stalking? You were been stalking me. It took us a while for us to regain our mental health because some stuff was true about who's in the screenshot. Again, Spicone will beg Jai to make it hard for Bonnie. Went up to live in Deviantart because the false information in the screenshot and during the time the screenshot that Big She has in their drop were edited by Butter. Did you know Pentagram left Deviantart because she got exposed? Why didn't you do the same thing? Why wasting years of Deviantart and then leaving? It's the only way to take the screenshot. Making me were looking at them and where are the proof? Where are the proof? Girl, you say how many fucking screenshots there? You know how many shit you did in the past. In 7 soon further, you can see everything. Even you repeat it better. Yeah, a best of the stuff were even photoshopped to make you guys look worse. I'm happy where you need to you want, I can view back in my server. Don't worry, Craig is banned from my server. And you can invite me to the server. You, Kim, the other head out. You don't have to no pressure. Whoa. I have no words. Why we have to Photoshop the screenshot to make you guys look worse? What's the purpose? Oh, right. You have forgot you guys attacked the Beau in my own server. Don't lie. Speaking of Kimi, she actually missed you because she know that you were such a child and actually cool with her. Can you send me her Discord info so you can block her? It's so sweet that they made up. You can see they have a dash rally in the server, which is hard to take. I have screenshots of the rallies. They may have wanted, but there is infamous rally that blindly upsetting. Maybe you didn't hear the rally number 1. Don't post your personal info on the internet, because they can dox you. The rally I mentioned is not for my server. It's generically like the number 1. It's logic. And why does a manchi adult have to drag in their parents in their own personal problem? They're responsible. They are adults. Stop to bitching about. They deleted this rule. Though it's still sick to have it in the first place. It will go on about the rallies, but get things short in case you don't want reds too much. It continues to show your argument to itself. You know the rally 17 in my server is face reveal are forbidden. You know it's for our security. Did you read the rallies? Are you stupid? Max slashed out Vetor while Claudia watched. Oh, I'm supposed to know I was watching, or doing my times, or having my own life. Do you know exist the thing called life? or personal life, whatever. Seriously, you're shouting shit over everywhere. Serious, stop that! If you say shit, I won't help you. I won't help them. It will stay neutral. Stop it. The Rally 16 Maxis mentioning is about the fetishes, content allowed. No more. You can read that by yourself, no needed to talk about. And please tell me why this video is justificable. Is it telling someone was broke the rally? That's just a was for archivied punishment? It's just a blunt cry, is very telling of a Magic's act? They were just pledging? There's more there. Don't turn apologies. Apologies is not enough. You got started. There we hit. Stop the bitching about. And just recall that because you start to play the victim after getting a strike. It's not helping you. You can see by yourself the entire text, the entire conversions. This is the event channel, a place to let your feeling out of your chest, no matter how major or minor the problem is. And yet, Miles policies this channel specifically because they believe Vetor was begging for attention craving backward. Obviously, not the case if you are in an event channel. Imagine no being safe in an event channel nature. Safe place? This is the decision. Cast a Vetor to take a tour before that, raping Black Claudia. She, as mentioned, watch it. Vetor gave a small complaint to Claudia about how Max was treating them, but instead of support, Claudia was on Max's side. Apparently, this is because Max was a good admin for banning a bad person for a long time ago. Sure, their harsh behavior was useful, but not professional for an admin. Actually didn't take any own side. Neither her nor your Vetor. Probably you didn't notice my neutrality. And what's the worst, Claudia ended up banning Vetor. What was led to the screenshot above is what they don't mention in the prof Dropbox, but it's really a lot. How can you say I banned her? I don't ban someone. It is the quit button, I said heard that. Do you have an actual proof I banned her? No? Last phase, aftermath. Era the last dose, the most recent one at the best. I confirm is the owner of the commenting of the random piece above. What some valid points, heard there, she made a joke known in the server a great wit. Using the RP artist phone, we're in real life, friends. They processed a striker PC, but how non bro, I don't know what else to call you man. That's the username you stuck with. I'm pretty sure you can find her comment there, but basically Claudia became hypocritical. You actually cropped my comment. You didn't even put the word thread. My comment is a whole text. You just crop it on a part. If you want to know which joke it is reading, it's a holocaustic joke. Very dark. Too much dark. And yeah, black humor banned me on server because it's too much sensitive to the topics. Remember, there are minors in my own server, not just adults. She blocked them first. What are they supposed to do after that? Other than move on, Claudia. Come on, just what? You can read the rest of her reply, but you can just read the rest of what I'm about to quote. She deleted this comment, I made a screenshot. Before you took the screenshot, I will archive it one way back, to prevent you sabotage the screenshot. I haven't thrown more shit. You just cropped the whole thread. But I have the archive with the terrible text. Okay, I'm ready to log in at text logic. Get ready! Skip this part so you can't hold it! She said that Kimi was using the Asperger as an excuse to whom she hurt. This is terrible of Claudia. Imagine telling a guy that he can walk up a star, having a broken legs. It's not an excuse. What? Are you using a physical disability with a mental disability? This makes no sense. Why are you using a broken legs with a mental disability? Whoa! Guys, I can't stop to lagging about this logic. Seriously? What kind of person will say that? Max and Claudia predicably. Claudia mentioned she has the aspect too. And she does exactly like her since she is low. Every aspect says the same thing. Myself like a aspect. Say the same thing like how the aspect says. It's not an excuse for the actions. I know my aspects. No hotels that has excuses. Myself like aspects who have cognitive learning issues. Even social issues. It was Mina used that as excuses. Then you should know how she feels. Kimi grew up differently from Claudia. She didn't have the same experience as her. Having a special is a personality trait. It's a symptom. I will repeat. I didn't say that thing. I was clear. Don't use that disability as excuses. It won't work. You make you more stupid. And then they mentioned Vetor for being the last to cover when they were less at fault. Saisona was first said the blocking is for weak, then blocking. They agreed with Claudia because she was pretty friends. And that guy is not because they're my friends. They saw that. They saw Vetor acting this way. Everyone saw the screenshot. It showed us developed their own interview. You just can't say with someone just because you like them more. Bias is the private right for a mod. And again, none of who is biased is not biased. Everyone is was there. This comment confuses my size. Well, I don't understand her to what side. I'm not an idiot. Just don't know what didn't come here for pulling up means. Anyway, she says she moved on. Actually, it did until this guy didn't comment under the journal. Isn't it now to say? I still archived comments if you want to see it. What a correct thing to do, running away, Claudia. This matter than that. I'm being sarcastic to use the word my hate hypocrisies. Saka got to mention that. This might be the last everything, but can't you leave the Scott free? You were at fault too. Your first question is about me being the victim. No, you blame me. Max batters Claudia are at fault too. I'm not choosing what Vetor has done before. We're absolutely lashed about making Claudia back a lot. I've read the Dropbox, but the full story needs to be heard. That's my goal. Actually, it's a part of this story. Where is this tested? Where is about the Marquis being the messenger? Where? Here are some extras that were unfortunately don't have a screenshot for. It's okay if you believe them. I'm being serious what I say is happened. If you don't have a screenshot, stop to talking about. If you don't then shut up. Max obviously very mentioned her face. Side the dark deserved to be harassed by a pedophile, which is sick and gross. Where the proof? Where the proof she logged about this? Show it! Oh, true. You don't have it. So, shut up. I will say it again. Shut up. They always have to need to compare them to bad people, despite the with reactions. What about Pentagreen Spotter? Pentagreen got exposed because she thought she took a spotter. Parcel exposed her and she deleted her socials. This is what she has done. Same pattern. They're the same as the before. It's not much to compare two different people and say you're practically the same. Actually, none of the whose side they're the same, but they act like. Same pattern, I said. Claudia showed some strange way to jive tripping. It's really personal. In fact, I hope she's okay and learns better. I really do. She's doing tripping keeping by sending her a picture of her own arm. And banging with she can't handle much. But if that is true, I sent her the picture. But it wasn't for just tripping. As I always, I show her to everything. Even my bag. Probably you haven't forgot all my time I shared her my personal stuff. Even the weirdest pose of my cat. I never said I'm living with this. I said that your guys caused too much mess. I have the twice screenshot. You can say you have it. Wolfie was cornered by Max. Even through Max said she didn't like arguing with minors. I have the screenshot for proof. I don't want to post too much since this is a side problem. Wolfie gave it pretty much soft criticism and Max challenged her to do the hate. For the attention-seeking part, favoritism was one of the problems in the server. This wasn't favoritism. Even the minor members said that. While I'm not sure what the Claudia picked favoritism, it's hard to trust her when she believed about the fake screenshot and barely listened to the apology Vita said she understood. If she truly understood, she wouldn't have worked with Storm. It instead their name to make that post. And again, how many times did they apologize after making shit and then starting shit again? Also, it didn't work with Storm. She wrote the callout by herself. Listen, how many times they apologized and then started shit back? I showed that later what I'm talking about. My opinions. Not the part where I'm supposed to say, please don't tell me, but yes, no, you can hate my opinions. Voicing opinions is shitty. Think what you think. I won't justify for minor things, like the art lynching, which is not true. They're your friends, Claudia, so you don't want to hurt their sex too. The other minors probably include everything else, mentally like Bonnie athlete for QTOCS and Wolfie being annoyed over diamonds. They're not justificable, they're learning, plus Bonnie made well, Bonnie, long gone with athlete of QTOCS. About Wolfie, you can see on my profile the art status where it says those were closed for one. And in fact I told her where it closed. I have the screenshot about this. About Bonnie, she hates the QTOCS because they get much attentions. She was angry because of young jet attentions. I have the screenshot in the server issue folder. Don't say that. They suffer so much. I hope the people reading really consider our side, not just Claudia. Look, both sides, choose who want to agree with. I know saying in the correct answer. Also for those like but, you can do better, okay? You can make yourself better like the 4 of 10 did. And I like Chris Collier, a supposed bad person. They did not make a new Devent account. They left that for good. They might come back, who knows? But only time the water is still again, they need the space. Actually, Chris Collier is still on DeviantArt. Don't say he didn't return. Those people did questionable things before, but sir, making new accounts is cowardly. Actually is, because everything from your own problems is cowardly. It's like you can't face it, the reality. Look, read everything again, everything, after what the group is going through. At the point you are stressed, right? Even broken, you can't feel the friendship like this. It's traumatic. What is you guys to do? They were being apologetic for age. And yeah, apologetics and then starting shit again. I want to fall into the shit again. They think to patch that so many times, but everyone kept arguing. You think that you don't get along. Don't force it. They need to space. They need to be afraid, alright? I'm sorry, Claudia, I know that the apologies worked. Because in the end, don't you want an apology? They said sorry many times. They can't do apologies anymore. They chose to walk away. Let them go. Thank you for ready. How do you feel if the person gets to apologizing and then starts ishing again, over again? How do you feel about? I feel the same way. I just need to cut this with them. Oh, okay. You write it out? It is a bonus error because the original poster provided to bring a car, making excuses about saying you may have status for clients only. You can actually read what she said. This is actually disappointing. What's excuses? Because I never started their status are for clients only. Never said that. And about special treatment, it's just a bullshit. I never left that to the large friendship. I'll take the closest one. I think it's too much for my eyes. Alright, time to talk about the actual false story. As I mentioned before, it happened before to meet Magnus. All this started back 2019. Everything was fine until Barney started to venting about the fact her chapters does jet attentions, and she kept to change the dressing of them into seeking attentions. And she did have a little group of friends, which is very some. Things kept happening in multiple occasions, and things get rotten when she started tweeting the cute stuff. Because they get more attention on their stuff. Even think call them cuteness lame, which is not true. Since having edgy stuff get attention too. I will give her advice or get more attention, but she said don't listen. I can share a few screenshots because of the large number of these, and the photo will be linked in the description for the live views of the content. Loli started to notice the red flag when back in October 2018. She went to jet tripping because in the same day I had to meet up with my bestie with this day to visit my country. And she made me feel bad in the first moment. Then, in the other times, she kept to repeat the pattern, and back that period I had that idea to create the fusion of BC and Dover. But she decided to make it without letting me discuss about the dancing and stuff, and later she took the most credit of it without discuss because we both can come in with that idea about the final dancing. Same thing for Plush Dover too. She even decided to take in the 4-hour shift of him because he made a stupid joke as always. Not to mention, most of the time, Bonnie used to spam her sketches which won't be finished just before she has her one head drawing, for being at the center of the attention. She tried to tell me about my Saturn power, which really bothered me since it's something which I crossed the limit. Actually, I can even mention about the general behavior, like being a die horse over so many dice, being political about the cold criticism. which is something she can't actually tackle like a normal person. Back the last year, Wolf used to begging me to be a moderator of my server, and she actually deleted the message, so I can't able to archive it. And some moments later, I gave her the pre-moderator role to get in some help in the moderation in the chat. It was a huge mistake, because after more moderation, she started to abuse it. I wasn't happy about it. And the worst stuff started the first integration with Natalia, Marky, Bonnie, Kimi and Wolfie. Then back to Natalia's drama, everyone got recalled again. But Bonnie left the group even if the staff recalled her for her behavior, we mentioned her earlier. After the first intervention, I demoted Wolfie for a short period of time, putting Marky as pre-moderator because Wolfie has to apologize for her so-called abuse of powers. And when she returned as pre-moderator weeks later, she repeated the pattern, like before the intervention. Now I feel quite concerned about having committed a mistake to giving her a pre-moderator role. Now we move on in the real drama. It happened back February of this year. I was away for Discord when it happened this so-called accident. I noticed that they left the server. I was concerned because even Mama Jai left and I had to feeling to contact her and ask what's going on. She told me that Steffi was spreading rumors about me, saying I'm a curious person and Steffi saying you want to put details with me. Saying that I ignored them, forgetting that the right message exists. I said earlier, if they have a need with me, they can direct message me. When it happened this, everyone returned in the server except Steffi. Then it started a huge discussion and Kimi was so-called pissed to Steffi. Even Archie Page got involved in this because Steffi tried to drag her in the home drama. After that, Steffi readded me apologies telling me to forget it. But I doubt that it's the first time and the last time this will happen. Actually, I feel like it was a huge mistake to invite her to join my board in drawing of the 2019. But I've ignored the signal of danger around this person. And it's not over, because we have a little bonus about Kimi lying track, when she said she accidentally watched me, Daniel and Becca, which is weird, because how can someone watch 3 people in the same moment? And when she watched her house again in the same minute, she knew what she was going, since she realized that she got catched in lying in her so-called friends. I have some screenshot took by Daniel and the screenshot of her watch list. No clue how this is supposed to be a good lie, because you just exposed it with Ace. Another curious story I have to share, because this is even part of the drama, this is even turned to be more sick. Because this involves Wolfie, Bonnie and Marky. Side note, Marky is no longer with them and we will explain what happened to him later. In that day, Jai contacted me about Wolfie and Mark begging her to make a gift card for Bonnie, even had Jai paid the commission of Bonnie. When she showed me the screenshot, I decided to come to contact Wolfie, telling her to stop to bothering Jai, and she went to make excuses saying she won't bother her again. And I repeat again, it won't be the last time that they will cause some problems. A funny fact, this started right after Steffi caused drama against me. Oh boy, when he said he won't be defeated later the last time, I was right about the fact something happened that me back. I'm not sure if we can still keep this up for long. Back April, I was working on all the Bigger's commission. I wasn't really active to chatting with the people. Then I got a notification thinking it was a pime or a ping. But I checked it. I realized that Kimi added me in a group about Chris Collier, who was known for being a pedophile and was keeping to harass her every time, even throwing hate against her. She kept to drag me in her personal drama to everyone, including me. And since I decided to help her trying to find contacts with Chris' parents, trying to find a way to stop him because this kept to be annoying, so with some help from a friend I found his Facebook profile. And I even found his mom profile, trying to tag into her about, and She turned out to being a serial Karen when she found out about my war, and she started to attack me, calling my war evil. When I pointed out that his kids does war too, but with loud-house characters, which is worse since he have involved them into porn. Was what happened then? She tried to defend him, saying he can do whatever hell he wants because he's autistic. Seriously? You are using autism as a way to defend your kids from their own troubles. This is why autistic people get bullied, because of the idiots like her, and this really annoys me and whoever have a mental disorder. Not the first thing is happening because she even threatened us to call the police and taking her IP to arrest us. And I even tried to troll her, telling her I'm not from USA and they cannot arrest me for something I didn't do. And even accusing us to attacking him, causing a big panic to Kimi's friends, who got dragged in tears. And they even didn't feel good, but at the end I was able to calm the group down, because I am the only one who's on a brain child here. I didn't expect to fighting against the actual Karen. Huh? After having that huge fight against this woman, I had to block her on Facebook because her pointless argument was dumb. After the traumatic moment, Kimi said she wanted to move on from Chris, and she left the mini group. After that, she returned to bring up the discussion about him in another group. I felt like she can't move on. I'm not sure she know they did it. Maybe. About this fight, I have the chat saved in the archive linked in the description. I hope you guys will have some fun. Alright, this is very complex to explain the context of this. As you know, some people find underage into war something uncomfortable. Because if you heard, most of the time the system considering war as sexual stuff. But personally I prefer non-sexual stuff because I'm a clean war lover, of course. Sadly, because of many gross stuff you can find here, which involves underage characters even worse, including some porn in it. Even the system considers it as sexual, and we got this trashy reputation even for people who find the war as comfort stuff. As you know, aging up a character for sexual stuff is still a problem because canonically the character is still a minor. I've stopped with this since I've found out about this. I've decided the basic context, and time to talk about Natalia. Natalia was one who rages out about underage into war a lot, trashing ever artists would draw it, like Amy War, Cream War, Sonic, Tails and more. Back the last week of May, I pointed out the fact that character from Mew Mew series it was underage character involved into war, and Natalia favored hit on full affinity, and yet the doubt she was unaware or hypocritical. Right after calling this out, because she was bitching over it, and then favored hit because that artist is her idol. When I took a break after having a breakdown from the stress, she blocked me everywhere. And on Discord they started shit against me. And a friend showed me a chat between her and Natalia, which actually pissed me off. After that, I made a callout journal about her. After that, she came to apologize. I archived the journal with archive because I was mid-aware she's gonna to start shit again. I took down the original journal, thinking it's over, because I knew something so too much sass. Months later this accident, I found the chat when they trashed me that day. I read the whole chat story, when she blames me to demoting her without proof, since in the server there would have been 3 admins who can do that. My bestie and I weren't being the honest who demoted her, because I was really bossy with the demission commission. I didn't have time to chat with the people and moderate the server. When I checked the server activity, it was my ex-bestie who actually demoted her, because they had that deep hate against them for long, which was clear about this later. And again, I don't demote people without a reason or without warning. You know why. Alright, this is a bit off topic, but it's part of this timeline. Many of you noticed that I removed many drawings back June, because I cut this with Daniel after getting sick of the bullshit and of their boyfriends who not just caused unwanted strikes to me and my besties. I was even quite racist and sexist when I used the N-word against Manuel, which made me and my two besties decide to cut in ties with them once and forever. This drama even drove me and them in a little drama started by a couple of people who asked to be admin of the server for a short time, and they even attacked me and Daniel for keeping on whole drama, and they got exposed by us, thanks to the teamwork in my own server, who actually worked together to stop this drama before it get out of control. I'm glad we were being able to stop this drama. I hope they won't show off their face around after this. And yeah, even Kimi and his friends were being involved in this, but I didn't do so much. Okay, what's the point of this? This is when it started the biggest drama. Everything started when Max asked to give to Kimi some criticism, and Kimi accepted that. After that, Max noticed that Kimi never took her advices, and the whole server staff was quite disappointed because it wasn't the first time that Kimi does take advices. After that, Max noticed that Kimi never took that criticism, and the whole server staff was quite disappointed because it wasn't the first time Kimi does take advices. And the same thing is having discussed about Bonnie, Wolfie, Vetor, and Natalia, who actually never took advices, seeming like they want to keep in the bubble tandem prov. The case with Bonnie is about her animation feedback. She asked it, but she didn't seem to take it, because I and Becca got her some advice on advice. I feel like the people don't like to learn some tricks. Bonnie proved to be worse when she shared the Holocaust joke in my server, and the admins didn't like that because it was extreme. She got striked for this, even though clearly the black humor is banned in my server, thanks to those sensitive topics. Lucky I didn't read the joke because you know I never liked those kind of humor. And thanks good the joke was removed. Didn't want to read that. The situation degenerated when Marky contacted Max speaking for Kimi. Tell Max asking him why he was her messenger, than direct messaging Max by herself. At this point, Max was getting sick of this behavior. She confronted Kimi in direct message, and Kimi started to play the victim because she recalled her way to hitting the people back, because she can't handle her own problems by herself like an adult. Funny fact, she's an adult like me, and Kimi tried to drag me in her own problems. I tried to solve it using my mental sanity because I wanted Kimi and Manuel shut up and kept me out because I didn't want to get involved in problems Kimi started involving Marky in her own problems. After that, Beau direct messaged me about the run channel and showed me what's going on. I decided to add Wolfie, Natalia and Bonnie in the intervention group because they were being catched in it. I didn't want to bother Kimi in this too much. When I told them the reason, Wolfie tried to lying, saying she was clean, and it didn't show the screenshot, and surprise, surprise, she was scared because the conversation got exposed. And they were to being sorry for covering up their bullshit, until they didn't get sick of it, giving them the last recall. After this, I went in break because of my mental stress, and the whole staff was aware about this. After the break, right after the holiday, I abandoned them from my server and tried to recover, but I hurted myself. For sure, I wasn't very surprised about. Natalia came to try to apologize after repeating the shit over and over again, which was something worthless to those signs they kept to repeat the behavior. After this, Beau warned me they cleaned the run channel, proving my point they were trying to hide the evidences. But it was too late, because the whole conversation was archivied. And when Beau showed me the message when they trashed me at me back, and even said their threat to me, Beau and Becca, I decided to block them on all my accounts, and after that I found out they all deactivated their affiliated DeviantArt accounts after getting exposed. They even tried to invite some of my friends into your server, thinking they would turn against me. But the only mistake they did is allowed me to gain more evidences because they shared their chat victimism and if the evidences were being clear from the previous intervention. My friend Storm was thirsty because she didn't want to lose Natalia or me. But she decided to confront Natalia because she wanted to save their friendship. But the only thing Storm heard from Natalia are all excuses. As you can read in the chat, Natalia put blame on Vincent, who wasn't in the server, and the only time he was around is for attack Beau. But Beau blocked him a long time ago, and it's impossible he can do that. After that, Storm felt disappointed and blocked Natalia for good. During that intervention, Beau and PinkPoke shared me the messages when they trashed about Big C, and the rip-off thing went off of hands, without having clearly the difference between inspiration versus rip-off. Even Natalia says that. And herself seems hypocritical because she has a Sonic fan character. Eh? I will link the video both in the server to make everything clear. Even my die profile have the things to make everything clear. Funny they all did say the same thing even if they played around her, haven't drawn her a lot. Miney Bonnie was used to make funny shenanigans and shitposts. Right after this discussion, I pointed out about Wolfie begging me for heart traits for the whole year, even if my art status clearly says their traits were closed. And can show you how many times she asked me that. Then checking my profile, and it is hard checking my DeviantArt because the information are on my custom box under my bio. Realities made me think they seem to care about my heart than my sanity, because if they went to bother me, even if very clearly mentioned about the fact I have a closed ear trace in that period, I was able to make one with her during the break. And I had to resume the commissions after that. And you know I'm a busy person who draw a lot for earn money and allow me to buy materials, Next, Amazon Prime, G4 Pulse, Netflix, and premium accounts. When I started to recovery, Beau showed me the conversation when Wolfie gave the Succulent and the word pass to Natalia. And she used a racial slur against Magnus, and they forgot or they doesn't seem to care that Magnus is black. And this gave an extra credit to show off the Wolfie manipulates the people with the N-word pass bullshit to make the people look racist. She even made me think it was harmless until didn't feel out about it, and I was really hungry. Because this was the lowest move she can actually pull it out for ruining other people's reputation, making the people abusing of the racial slur. For fucking sake! Some days later, Kimi and Muerte started to attack Beau because they found out who leaked the evidences. And she banned him on all servers and spreading this in all servers where she's member, telling them Beau is a cyber bully. Some of them believed her without evidences. He tried to defend himself. But they kept attacking him. I had to help him, but they blocked me, showing off they are blind as heck. Because the evidences were being clear about the fact Beau did nothing but show us the evidences of what's going on at me back. How they tried to hiding the evidences after the thing exposed. When my friend contacted me about this mess, I tried to make everything clear to prevent that this get worse until I found out she uses the Asperger as excuses, which actually made me disappointed because myself as a Aspie in the most offensive things the people can say because this gives a bad reputation to the Aspie people. That kind of excuses is not tolerated. Little note about Natalia. She accused Magnus to making fun of her because she got attacked by a pedophile without showing off the evidences. As I remember, I checked the server activities, the review activity I store in the server setting. You can't lie to me because you can see the activity is. I've told this for over, but when Marky told us that Kimi thinks we brainwashed him during the voice calendar server because he didn't want to get involved. Here you can read what Marky told us about what's happening during the voice chat. Oh boy, this is actually was exaggerated because you can't force someone to attack your side and neither the neutrality exists. And this is not over because right after Marky cut yes with them, someone attacked him on Instagram. I decided to confront them. You see, I've tried to show the proof with the word Kimi, but they refused to read. If you question I'm going to take it down, the answer is no. I'm not going to take it down because you have to face your consequences. Funny fact, they blocked me like a coward when I sent the final message because I told them if they have to insult someone, they have to face it with me first. Because I had zero tolerance toward to skin the people who attack my friends. So I decided to return on Discord and my friend Beau got friendship request from those accounts who have inappropriate usernames to attack me and Magnus. As bonus, some of them attacked Beau and Diem, which mathematics is still that idiot who attacked Murky, wishing rape and dirt. Actually, I have no words to comment about this drama. I haven't saw how much this looks ridiculous. This is not over because I have another thing to share now about another piece of the gang who lasted until a few months ago. Alright, and you know Vetor, who said to be my friend for 4 years. And this is what unexpected, since I've never seen this person acting this way. It happened during the voice chat in my own server. I was absent from my PC because I had to take in some drinks because I need to keep myself hydrated during the work. When I returned, I seen Vetor uploading vomit video in the server. And Magnus gave her a strike because she broke a rule about posting inappropriate content in my server. I was quite angry because I didn't expect her sharing stuff like this, while she considered against the rules in my servers, having their own server. After the strike, she posted a whole text just tripping thinking the strike just lifted with it, but only it made everything worse because she didn't want to accept the fact she got striked for breaking the rules, and there we hit. The funny part is that Vetor asked help to her mom, even if she is a grown adult who ran to crying to her mom because she got bullied to breaking the rules. Oh really? After this, she left the server and direct messaged me telling me to remove Magnus and change the rules about to listen to the stuff when TJ recalled, trying to dictate me because of her own troubles. To be clear, this rule exists in any servers where the decent moderation exists, because the moderation are like the police. If you get recalled for breaking the rule, you have to follow it, because without the rule, there is only anarchy. I used the so-called rule 17, which is a random number pulled out. Maybe anyone heard the rule number 1 of internet, which is don't share your personal data, like phone number, address, credit card info, and other stuff. During the chat, she even said she didn't block Magnus and Mark because she said blocking for weak. In big part, she said to respect my choice about to disagree with her, and she even asked me to keep this between me and her. As the last message, she said, I love you as friend, until I didn't find out she blocked me some weeks later. And when I rewarded my friends in my server, they would have been surprised to hear this. I even shared the chat to show to Magnus what's happened. Funny how much she was hypocritical because she said that blocking for weak people. I can't believe she showed off to being one. After this huge discussion, I decided to return to work in my own projects, and some time later Beau warned me that Vetor invited Wolfie, Kimi, Bonnie and Natalia back in their server, and joined the intergroup, which proved she decided to turn against me and Magnus to cancel us. When they found out this was leaked too, they started to kicking anyone out. They were being aware Beau was spying them, but sadly they found him and banned him, for sake. After this, I decided to move on, because for sure they are deeply scum for living in this standing reality. Recently, this October, my friend Storm warned me about this callout, and I realized that they kept this drama up, and after reading that, I stolen some stuff I didn't have in my archive. Funny how they helped me to get more extra evidences where Vetor accused me to ban her. Actually, she left in her home. It didn't ban her. I checked the comments. I say Kai, known to be a huge bastard who jet in any less drama. And as bonus, I was one who banned evading from there. The reason I blocked him is that he accused someone to defend a pedophile without evidences. I kept to persist until I didn't block him in that period. Oh boy, every time I see Kai, he always is the bastard one. This year it was a huge mess, even if the drama was messed up. If it wasn't for my mania to archive everything, if it wasn't serious, I could have added the whole timeline of the events, and never is size they learned the lesson, they move on. But saying them, still keeping to start shit from anywhere, like Kimi and Wolfie did most of the time, proves me they are unable to learn the lessons. Wolfie was a kind of person who almost turned my friends into one who pulled up Ratzel's lure in any stressful situation, and giving her N-word passes with haste, making anyone look racist. And again, the N-word pass is a bullshit! Another little closing testament about this. The people kept saying that Beau faked the screenshot where they attacked him. But to be real, those screenshots are not fake because they used to attack Beau in my own server multiple times. I can show this. I personally checked the screenshots and the metadata. Those aren't fake. Since the people doesn't believe about the fact they pulled the victim card thinking they were done after quitting the server. By the way, I want just to move on from this and continue working as always. The reason of this video is for defend myself and expose the whole story, not the story wrote in the journal. Because the story seems too much cropped. I try to be more competent as possible. If you watched the whole video and changed your point of view after reading the story, congratulations to don't being blind like the other guys who thinking the victimism is art to being into right. More like a career move. By the way, if someone will attack me over this video, will get blocked because all I said earlier, I want to defend myself and move on. End of the discussion. Little note, in case more evidences get leaked, it will add the updates in the video description, in case they try to start this shit again. That's all guys, I hope you liked this video, and have a nice day.